Hello students, good morning. We'll start with the exercise 8.1, okay, that is the quadrilaterals. This is the last chapter for our half yearly examination, okay. We have just two exercises in this chapter, okay. Proof of any theorem is not part of your syllabus. Now, we'll start with question number 1. Okay, for first 3 questions I will just provide you with the hint and I suppose you will solve them by yourself. Try to check the answer. I will provide you with the required information and you will solve these questions by yourself. So question number 1 is, the angles of a quadrilateral are in the ratio 3, 5, 9 and 13. Find all the angles of this quadrilateral. It is quite easy. Suppose you have a quadrilateral this. For each and every question a diagram is to be drawn in your copy. Okay. So for this quadrilateral ABCD, you will let angle A is 3x, angle B is 5x, angle C is 9x. Why are we letting this? Because whenever we are given in ratio, we let this 3x, 5x, 9x like we did in the previous chapter as well for sides 13x. And secondly, you will say what? Secondly, you will say that sum of all the angles is 360 degree. I have already told you sum of all the interior angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. Angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D will be equal to 360 degree. If you add all of these angles, you will determine the value of x, and by multiplying x with 3, by 5, by 9 and by 13, you will get the respective values of all the angles. Okay, the screen is bit lagging now, okay, because of the internet issue. I hope it will come now correctly. Once again, what you do is you let angle A is 3x, angle B is 5x, angle C is 9x, angle D is 13x, and then you say that sum of all the angle is 360 degree. That is the angle sum property of a quadrilateral. Angle sum property of a quadrilateral. And you will find out the value of x by doing this, and after finding out the value of x, you will multiply it with 3, with 5, with 9 and with 13 individually to get the values of angle A, B, C and D. Next is question number 2. Yes, it is on your screen now. Question number 2 is, if the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, then show that it is a rectangle. Okay, so we will first of all draw a rectangle. Why are we drawing a rectangle? Because at the end of the question we are going to prove that this parallelogram is a rectangle. So we should draw it as a rectangle from the get-go so that we don't have to repeat the figure again. The question is talking about its diagonals, so we will draw its two diagonals. Okay, so we are already given that this ABCD is a parallelogram this ABCD is already given to us as a parallelogram. Okay. Secondly, we are given that both the diagonals are equal. AC length and BD length are both equal. Okay. We have to prove that this parallelogram is a rectangle. Okay. So remind yourself, how was a rectangle different from a parallelogram? Rectangle was different from a parallelogram by one key measure, that was all the interior angles of a rectangle are 90 degree. So if somehow we can prove that any one of the interior angles of this parallelogram is 90 degree, then that will mean all the interior angles will be 90 degree and hence it will be a rectangle. Okay. so in order to do that, first of all we'll write to prove what we need to prove. We need to prove that ABCD is a rectangle. Okay, in order to prove that ABCD is a rectangle, we'll start the proof with, okay, most of the question in this chapter as well are going to be solved as we saw in the examples with the help of congruencies. Okay, so in order to apply congruencies, we have to select certain triangles. So we are going to select in triangle ADC and triangle BDC. Triangle ADC and triangle BDC. I have selected two triangles on the same base DC. So for these two triangles, first of all, DC and DC are equal. These are common sides. Okay. Secondly, AD and BC are equal. Why? Because opposite sides of parallelogram are equal. And finally, your diagonal AC and diagonal BD are equal as well, because that is given to you. So what congruency do we apply here? By SSS congruency. Both of these triangles are congruent. Triangle ADC will be congruent to triangle BCD. Okay. Now by CPCT, that is corresponding parts of congruent triangle, by CPCT you can say that angle D, this angle, and angle C, this angle, angle D and angle C are equal. That means this angle and this angle are equal. Also, we let them equal to X. Okay. Also, since AB is parallel to, let us take not AB, AD. AD is parallel to BC because ABCD is a parallelogram, opposite sides of a parallelogram are parallel, and taking DC as transversal, DC as transversal, taking DC as transversal, what will happen now? That angle D plus angle C will be equal to 180 degree because these are pair of co-interior angles. These are pair of co-interior angles. Now we have already let that angle D and angle C are both equal to X. That means X plus X is 180 degree. We have done questions like this already. 2x is equals to 180 degree and value of X will be 90 degree. Okay. So in this manner we can say that angle D and angle C are both equal to 90 degree. Hence ABCD is a parallelogram. So last line that you will be writing is, since interior angles of a parallelogram are 90 degree, therefore ABCD is a rectangle. Last line you will be writing is, since interior angles of this parallelogram are 90 degree, or you can say right angle, therefore ABCD is a parallelogram. Next is question number 3. Question number 3 is, show that if diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other at right angles, then it is a rhombus. Once again, we will draw the figure of rhombus. Rhombus is all sides are equal. Rhombus is all sides are equal. Diagonals intersect each other at right angles. So this is a kind of rhombus. Okay. Let us name it A, B, C, D. The naming and anything other of the rhombus is not given to us, so we will just take it as A, B, C, D and show that the diagonals of a quadrilateral, this is a quadrilateral A, B, C, D, that is given to you, bisect each other at right angles. What is also given to us is that these diagonals, this is diagonal DB and this is diagonal AC. What is given to you as well is that this angle is 90 degree. We will mark it as point O. So what is given? Given to us is for quadrilateral ABCD, for quadrilateral ABCD, for this quadrilateral ABCD, AC and BD are perpendicular bisector of each other. Bisector, BISEC, of each other. Okay, AC and BD are perpendicular bisectors of each other. What we need to prove? We need to prove that ABCD is a rhombus. Okay, so how do we prove that? In order to prove any quadrilateral as a rhombus, we have to do two things. First of all, we have to prove that this quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Secondly, we have to prove that all the sides of this parallelogram are equal. Okay, so in order to do that, what I am going to do is, I am going to take all the adjacent triangles, all the pair of adjacent triangles and prove them as congruent. By proving them as congruent, I will prove that by CPCT that adjacent sides of this quadrilateral are all equal. Hence, all the sides of this quadrilateral are all equal. And since all the sides of this quadrilateral are equal, this will be a rhombus. Okay, I am going to jump right to the rhombus, or you can say I will do it in two steps. Since all the sides of the quadrilateral are equal, that means opposite sides are equal as well. That means it is a parallelogram. And since adjacent sides of a parallelogram are equal, it is a rhombus. Or we can simply say that if all the sides of a quadrilateral are equal, then it is a rhombus. So we'll start with the proof now. We have to prove lots of pairs of triangles as congruent, so we will be using similarly. Okay, so keep up with me. First of all, we will take pair of adjacent triangles in triangle ADO and triangle ABO. In these two pair of triangles, first of all, you have OA is equals to OA, that is common side. Secondly, angle AOD and angle AOB are both equal to 90 degree, that is given to you. And thirdly, OD and OB are equal, length OD and OB are equal. Why? Because AC is bisector of BD. Of BD. Okay, so by SAS congruency rule, both of these triangles, triangle AOD is congruent to triangle AOB. Okay, and by CPCT is corresponding parts of congruent triangle. By CPCT, you can state that your length AB and AD are equal. This will be your first equation. Okay. Similarly, for other pair of triangles in triangle AOD and triangle DOC, I am taking two triangles on diagonal AC. This is triangle AOD and triangle DOC. For these two triangles, same funda, OD and OD are equal. Angle AOD is equals to angle COD is equals to 90 degree, and finally OA and OC are also equal. So once again, by SAS congruency rule, both of these triangles, triangle AOD will be, this is D, will be congruent to triangle ACOD. Okay, and by CPCT once again, corresponding parts of congruent triangle, length AD and CD are equal. Okay, similarly we will have a third pair of triangle. Similarly, for a pair of triangle DOC and triangle COA, AOC, sorry, BOC. BOC, these will also be a pair of congruent triangles. These two triangles will also be a pair of congruent triangles. And by CPCT, you will have DC as equal to BC. So by first, second and third equation, you can conclude that all the sides of this quadrilateral are equal, therefore it is a rhombus. So finally you will write down the line, since all the sides of this quadrilateral ABCD are equal. How? From equation 1, 2, 3. Since all the sides of this quadrilateral are equal, therefore it is a rhombus. Okay, then moving on to question number 4. Question number 4 is, show that the diagonals of a square are equal and bisect each other at right angle. This time we have to draw a square. Square is all the sides equal, all the interior angles right angles. So we have to prove that for this square, once again this is A, B, C and D. For this square ABCD, we have to prove that diagonals are equal and bisect each other at right angles. That means we have to prove that angle O is 90 degree for each and every triangle, as well as AC, BD are equal and bisecting each other. So we'll start with given. What is given to us? That ABCD is a square. It is already given to us that ABCD is a square. Secondly, what we need to prove, that diagonals of ABCD are equal and bisect each other at right angles. Of ABCD are equal and bisect each other at right angles. Okay, good. So we'll start with the proof. Once again, we have to take pairs of triangles as congruent. Again and again I am repeating it to you. Try to take the triangles congruent. Try to prove the congruencies by yourselves. Okay. In 10th class, no one is going to support you to prove the congruencies. And in 10th class, congruencies do come in your chapter triangles. Okay. So, starting with pair of adjacent triangles, what we are going to do this, how we are going to do this. Okay, First of all, we have to prove that diagonals of these squares are equal. So in order to prove that diagonals of these squares are equal, I am going to take in triangle ADC and triangle BDC. I am going to prove that these two sets of triangles are congruent, so diagonals of these squares are equal. How so? First of all, DC and DC are equal because these are common sides. Secondly, angle D and angle C are both equal to 90 degree because ABCD is a square. Okay, and thirdly, you will have 1 minute. And thirdly, you will have length AD and BC as equal, AD and BC as equal because all sides of squares are equal. Are equal. So by SAS congruency rule, you have triangle ADC as congruent to triangle BDC, and by CPCT you can say that diagonals are equal. Diagonals are AC and BD. AC and BD are equal. In this manner, we have proved one thing. Okay. Now, what is remaining to us is that its diagonals are bisectors of each other and each angle O is 90 degree. Okay. So, for that, we will be going on to the pair of adjacent triangles. For that, we will be referring to a pair of adjacent triangles. So, we will start with in triangle AOD and triangle AOB. Once again, like we did previously, but this time angles are not equal. In these two adjacent triangles, what is happening is AO length is equals to AO length, that is common. Okay, what more can we do? We have AD and AB as equal. AD is equals to AB because all sides of a square are equal. And secondly, what we can do is we can say that this angle D and this angle B are equal. How so? See, let me draw the figure. This is triangle ADB. Okay, this is AO, but we are not considering AO right now. This is triangle ADB, and AD and AB are equal. How so? Why are these both equal? Because these are adjacent sides of the square. We have already learned with the isosceles triangle that for an isosceles triangle, angles opposite to equal sides are also equal. That means these two angles should also be equal. Okay. So we will use this angle ADO is equals to angle ABO. Why? Because triangle ABD is isosceles. Triangle ABD is an isosceles triangle. Okay. So in this manner you have side. That is not correct now. We did not get the angle between the sides. Okay. So we will use something else. What can we use now? Okay, I will continue with this question in the next video. I've been stuck here. Please wait a few minutes please start the next video after this.